Welcome everyone. This is The Good Interview. I am your host, Colin Birch. Today we are thankful enough to be hosted by the Hang 10 Cafe in Muizenberg. And today I also have my guest with me here today, Damon Briceland, an avid content creator and performer. Damon, tell me, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining us.
I'm good, and you?
I can't complain. It's a beautiful day. It's a great time to be near the beach, I'll say that much.
You're absolutely right. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day in Cape Town.
Mm-hmm. It really is. Days like this that really make you enjoy living here and just appreciate the fresh air. Yeah.
Being from Johannesburg, I miss the sea. So living here would be amazing. That's my long-term goal, to move here one day.
All right, so we already have a future aspiration plan. Nice. I like it. So let's just dive right into it. Damon, what does performing mean to you? And how do you feel it has shaped or helped to grow you as a person?
Well, acting for me is the center of my universe. It is like a symphony that I dance to. It means everything to me. My whole life, I have wanted to be a great performer like Johnny Depp, Tobey Maguire, Leonardo DiCaprio. Those individuals are heroes to me and a big inspiration, and especially with James Dean.
James Dean, of course, yes. Got the leather jacket on, so I should have known. No, that's awesome. And what is it about these characters that have prompted this reaction in you, do you think?
There's just something about them, their personality, the dedication that they put into their acting. It's just incredible. It's mesmerizing for me.
Yeah.
Especially Johnny Depp.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan myself. I'm sure many people are, although obviously not his only series of movies, but yeah. So, tell us about your background growing up a bit. How did that go? How has that influenced your coming into the acting sphere or the performing arts sphere?
So I'm from a small town. I'm from the Eastern Cape. Growing up, in the beginning, acting didn't even come to mind. But when I turned 14, I attended a technical school called Port Rex, and it was there that I met my first drama teacher and mentor. His name is George Montjoy. He inspired me to go into acting, and we had a drama club, and it all started like that. And since then, I've been on the path to becoming an actor.
All right, so you knew it way back when already. That's awesome. And I can already see, as you've mentioned from your first two answers, the amount of passion that you exude for this. And I mean, how have your family been supportive of your journey, just out of curiosity?
Very supportive. My grandfather was my biggest supporter. His name's Terry Briceland. He's also one of my biggest inspirations.
Awesome.
He was a managing director at the Daily Dispatch in the Eastern Cape. He helped start Mnet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He also did a little bit of acting. And he's a great businessman, and I aspire to be like him.
All right. That's really sweet. It's really sweet when you can have somebody in your family that really encourages you to do the thing that you love. It is so important.
My grandfather, he paid for me to go to college. I went to Oakfields College. I studied last year, and I got my diploma in acting now.
Hey, that's awesome, Damon. And how was that process, by the way, of your university? How did you find that process?
I found a lot of challenges. I wasn't used to being criticized. I got a lot of crit from my mentor. He burnt me over the coals big time. Yeah. But I'm glad he was strict on me, because it has prepared me for the outside world. The things that I receive online, the hate, the crit, the scrutiny, it is nothing compared to what my mentor, his name is Peter Human. It's nothing compared to what he said to me, and what he instilled in me.
Okay, that makes sense. And how do you handle criticism going forward?
Well, now that I'm more acclimated to receiving crit, most of the time I just ignore it.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good way to go about it,
But
right?
sometimes I reply to trolls with sarcasm and smart, witty comments.
Wouldn't that just raise the fire?
It sometimes does, but it sometimes makes them go quiet.
Okay, okay. Um, so, in what ways do you believe that the performing arts can play a role in creating a positive change in society?
Oh, the performing arts is imperative. I mean, just look at COVID. You know, no one had anything to do. A lot of businesses went out of business. And what did we have? The performing arts. The people
Entertainers.
entertained other people online, and it helped lift people's spirits up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, during COVID-19, the world went more towards the social media world and the content creation world, and we've acclimated more to that kind of world now. And you know, without the performing arts, I don't think we would have made it through COVID as good as we did. There were a lot of
Yeah.
casualties, but I think it would have been a lot worse without the performing arts. Having the opportunity to create and express yourself is absolutely imperative to human civilization.
I could not agree with you more there, Damon. 100%. There is something deep within us that has a need to create and to express and to bring that across to other people as best we can.
The performing arts, for me, acting allows me to have an outer extension of myself, you know, to express what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I take my feelings from my experiences and I put into each performance. When I was at college, I would just tap into different emotions and different memories, and then I'll bring that into my monologues and into my dialogues. You know, it's important to be able to do that.
100%. So walk us through your how can I say, getting into character. What's your ritual like?
I just meditate. It's important to be calm and collected. You know, it's important to have a heart,
100%.
but to also have a hard exterior to be able to take crit and scrutiny, because the industry is tough. You're going to get a lot of more no's than yeses. That's why I would say the performing artists, I would say they're crazy, because you're going into an industry that is so tough, and you get so many no's, you get so much rejection, you know. It takes hundreds of auditions until you land your first role in an advert or in a TV series or even a movie.
Yeah. So how have you kept yourself motivated? Is it just because it is your passion?
I don't know how to explain it, but there's just something inside me that just won't let me give up. There are times in my life where I felt like giving up, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a hard time being signed with an agency. I've applied to some of the biggest agencies in the country, such as Fourth Wall Management.
Okay.
I've applied to Elijah Management. I've applied to so many different agencies, and I've gotten so many no's. They keep on saying, we're not taking on new talent.
Yeah.
They've been telling me this since last year. And finally, just the other day, King Clip, they said, Damon, we'll be happy to represent you.
Hey, high five. That's awesome, man.
So
I'm glad
you
to hear
can't
it.
give up.
Yeah, no, it's so important, especially if it is something that you care about, something you're passionate to really give it your very best, your all, 100%. And just out of curiosity, how long have you been doing the meditation thing for now?
For years. The first thing my father taught me is take one step at a time. Take one day at a time. you
Sounds
know.
like a wise man. Yeah. Yeah. Things can very often overwhelm us when we take too much on our plate, and I especially can imagine in your situation as well, with the amount of people you have to apply to, and hope and pray that they're actually going to be like, yes, we're going to give you this shot. So again, it's that perseverance and that grit that you clearly seem to be showcasing. So well done on that part.
Thank you.
If you had any advice for your younger self, Damon, what would it be and why?
If I had to give some advice to my younger self, if I could go back in time and meet my younger self, I would say, Damon, you need to be more tough. You've got to stop letting things get to you. you know, you got to block out all the negativity, because that, if you let negativity get to you, that is what will break you down. Because if you let it get to you, you're going to eventually break down and you're going to fail before you even have attempted something.
100%. No, it's true. Um, okay, that's very helpful. I just wanted to find out from you as well. You mentioned before you had various setbacks, and I would just like to find out what have been some of your setbacks and how have you managed to overcome them?
Well, I've got something called Asperger's, so I am on the spectrum, so throughout the years I've had a hard time acclimating to society, relating to others. It took me a lot of time to overcome those hurdles, and to learn how to read people better and to understand social cues in different situations.
All right.
And so a lot of the setbacks I have had is I've been misunderstood by others. I've had others get upset with me because of some things I've said, some things I've misunderstood. At college, for example, I was like the odd one out, me and this one guy. So me and this one guy teamed up. His name's Nkosi, he's like my best bud. And we would do a lot of acting pieces together.
Yeah.
And I could feel like I'm different, still even today. A lot of my classmates at college, they would gel better together than they would with me.
Form the little cliques.
So, but in my heart, I always said to myself, I want to be able to work with all of them. But I didn't get the opportunity to work with all of them, but perhaps one day.
Okay. So, how do you think that your life experiences have shaped the characters that you choose to play as?
Well, not all of my family members and friends have supported my dream. I had a stepdad. He didn't really support me. He would say a lot of negative things that would put me down. It wasn't nice. But, I just, throughout the years, I've slowly acclimated to it, and I've just told myself I had to move past that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a given that not everyone is going to understand that thing that's driving you, right? And it's exactly because they don't understand the thing that's driving you that, again, you can't let that get to you, and take you off of that course where you really want to end up, because they don't know. They don't know what you've already been through for that, and how much it yearns to come out of you, So I'd say, like, yeah, there's always going to be naysayers and people that look down on us, but as long as we keep that dream alive, keep the fire inside, then we have a better shot. So,
Absolutely.
So, tell me, Damon, how have your life experiences influenced the type of characters that you play?
Well, in life, I've gone through so many different things. I haven't always had people believe in my dream. Some people close to me have looked down on me. They haven't believed in what I want to do. And, it is in the sense that it's affected me. I would say that it's caused me to want to take on comical roles, because I love making people laugh.
That makes sense. And so, I mean, I think back to an old-time favorite of mine, Jim Carrey. It's just
Because you see, is the negativity. When you are exposed to that, you see this negativity and you want to see something positive. That is why I love comedy, because I love making people laugh. I love seeing that positivity by making people smile.
And it is a beautiful thing to be able to make somebody smile, because I mean, we never know what people are really going through, especially the odd person on the street. We don't necessarily have the on their lives, so it's if you can do something small to make them smile, then it's just like, it's amazing to be able to do that. But you're on the level that you were talking on is a bit higher up, I would say, and it's it is so important for us to have performers who can appeal to our sense of positivity.
Putting performing arts aside and my experiences, I must say a few months ago, I experienced something I haven't experienced before. I blew up all over social media.
All right.
I went on the show called Making Couples Switch Phones for 60 Seconds.
Oh, okay.
And that gave me a bit of a boost. I now have fans. I have a lot of my fans are from New Zealand. It's
That's
quite
awesome.
new for me.
Yeah.
It feels good. But also it's opened up other doors. There are a lot of people that send me hate comments, and sometimes it can be overwhelming, but I do my best not to respond to it.
Interesting. And where did that come about? Where did the idea for that video come about?
The idea for the video.
Yeah.
So I was on this group. I'm on many different groups. I was on the Stepping Stone casting agency group, and this guy calls himself Black Panther. His real name is Umtu, but he goes by Black Panther. He said to
Quite
me,
the stage name, yeah.
yes, he said to me he's looking for people for YouTube content, and I asked him what it is all about. And then I said to him, okay, I'm single, can you still use me? And he said, well, yeah, we'll just book you a girlfriend. So they matched me with a random girl on the day. We came up with a backstory after meeting the host. We discussed it with the host. His name is Joseph Darry. Okay, and then when the camera was on us, we just improvised from there. And it just turned out to be a hit. She played the role of the cheater, and I played the role of the guy that got cheated on.
Well, that's interesting enough, but
And since then, I've worked with a bunch of content creators. I've worked with Anton Taylor.
okay, nice.
He's amazing. He also inspires me. I've worked with the Chosen Ones.
I'm not familiar with them.
Oh,
What do they do?
they're also local content creators
Okay, I
and
see, I
YouTubers.
see.
And I've worked with the Boys of South Africa. They do a lot of local interviews and they travel all over the country. Amazing guys. I love them to bits. I've worked with a lady, she calls herself Beer. She's also amazing. I got to work with her. We went on like a little date for content. And she took out this keyboard, okay?
Yeah.
And I said, I can't play the keyboard to save my life. And she said, don't worry, you're going to sing. She gave me the mic. She started playing on the keyboard and she started singing.
On the point.
And it just was a lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah. No, that's awesome. And so I assume you're looking forward to doing more of those types of things for your
Absolutely.
content creation. All right. Sorry, and what is your channel's name, by the way?
Oh, okay, so my handle for TikTok is Blazing Whirlwind.
Blazing Whirlwind.
Yeah, all in small letters. And then on Instagram, it's Damon Douglas Briceland.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much for that. So let me shift a bit to the future here. What does the future look like for you? How do you imagine leaving your mark on the world?
Well, I imagine taking part in many productions as possible over the next couple of years. I plan to create an acting style that the next generation can connect with and look up to in the near future.
All right. And how do you propose to do that?
I plan through hard work and grit and perseverance.
I like it. I like it. Nice. It's beautiful. If you had one message for the dreamers of South Africa, what would it be, Damon?
Well, the best advice I could give to South Africans is never give up on your dreams. Life is going to throw so many trials and tribulations at you. There are going to be times where you feel like just giving up, but you can't do that. Just carry on pushing on. No matter how many times you fall down, always pick yourself up. And I promise you, if you can do that, you'll be successful.
Keep on keeping on. I like it. Thank you so much, Damon. It has been an incredible conversation. I've very much enjoyed getting to know you. And we here at the Good Newspaper wish you nothing but the best. And in fact, we wish you prosperity and nothing but flourishing for your future aspirations. And yeah, we'll maybe catch up with you again sometime soon. Who knows?
Sounds good.
And then you'll have been in some more productions. We will see. But thank you very much. And again, I wanted to say thank you to the Hang Ten Cafe as well for allowing us to host the interview here. It is a beautiful place, guys. If you are ever in the area in Muizenberg, definitely stop by here. They have great coffee, great vibe. It is the place to be. But that's all for now. Cheers.